Hello everybody, welcome to Bass and Bonsai. Not a topwater edition, but this is where we catch largemouth bass and I show you how to have fun catching largemouth bass. So buckle up and hang on, it's gonna be a good one. Hello everybody, welcome to Bass and Bonsai. Just wrapped up an excellent chatterbait video. Check that out if you haven't seen it. Something to do with Father's Day, Deadpool edition. Now we're going up there, right back to the scene of the crime, and we're gonna still throwing chatterbaits. We're kind of redo. We're gonna come back up, let the wind blow us down again. We've got awesome conditions. It's just now 8:30. I've only been here about an hour and a half, totally tore them up on chatterbaits. I'm telling you, check that video out. Well, missed the giant. We're gonna hope the giant will bite again, but we're gonna come up with chatterbaits and rattletraps. That's the one we just got from AliExpress. That's on my little bitty crazy ultralight, right? Throwing, that's about a 1/4 ounce roughly rattletrap. See them little hooks? I think this rod's got a power to set it, but we're kind of starting just like we did if you watch the chatterbait video. Starting out on lighter rods. We'll go heavier if we have to if we start missing fish, but we've got awesome conditions like I mentioned. It is 84-degree water temps. It's probably 75, 78 degrees right now, but it's got the cloud. Look at that, check that out. Thank you very much, Mother Nature. The cloud cover, the fish are biting. It feels, I got goosebumps right now because of the breeze. It's a strong breeze. You can probably see my goosebumps. But yeah, right here, right where we're passing, it was game on. So buckle up, hang on, let's try it again. Chatterbaits and rattletraps. Father's Day, Deadpool edition, take 2. We'll call it something. Buckle up and hang on. It's gonna be a go. They're pretty much, we're hitting on any color, but I'm gonna start off with this little AliExpress chartreuse, right? Black back chartreuse, and just throw it and throw all the line off our little old reel. That's 6-pound test. And just see if I can get another fish or so. Now I've got the I got a fish. Stay pinned. First cast. I knew that these rattletraps may work too. And we may be on a littler bite, but we'll go with bigger baits too. So right off the bat, just starting this video out, look at that. You are not the big one we were hoping that we missed and we were getting, but what a way to start the show, right? I'm gonna get a quick pick because that's a brand new bait. First cast, fish. All right, we got a pick, got you guys fired up, right? Now, I know what you're saying. Man, that bait worked. Keep throwing it. No, not yet. That's I'm horrible with keeping that depth finder clean. But no, wait, there's more. We've got the 1/2 ounce. That's that other bait I just picked up. And I'm gonna throw this on the streamer. The streamer let us down with chatterbaits, right? Let's see if it can redeem itself with a good old, now that is original rattletrap. I also have a 3/4 ounce Booyah Hardknocker rigged up on the feeling we're gonna give a shot. Okay, you let us down. First cast. So the streamer is excellent at casting even a 1/2 ounce bait. The problem is hook sets. So I recommend it to, you know, probably not a 1/2 ounce rattletrap. I think that was a little bump. But we're gonna find out today. Right there at the boat. That maybe actually it does work. Right at the boat. Can it boat flip that little dude? Sure it can. Do not high stick it though. Do you guys know about that? What they call high sticking? You guys know the dude. That little dude. Oh boy. Hold still. I need to get my pliers. I hooked myself last weekend. And I don't want that fish. So you get a little more control. You get hold of that hook with your pliers and you can't quite get. Whee! And still missed a few here and there, but definitely way better odds, chances, and caught most of them. Oh, that was I was getting ready to say that was a hit, but that was is a fish. Jesus. Look at that little dude. He's definitely not as big as a chatterbait. Oh, that's gonna suck getting him out. Hang on. I need to just grab hold. He's got both of them hooks underneath him. This is gonna suck, dude. It's gonna suck for you. How did you get them both like that? I don't know. I can't figure you out. Okay, there we go. There we go. Do you guys see that? That was a tricky one. You got to be careful. A lot of guys just rip, you know, don't worry about it. Try to be careful. The little bass are our future, unless you want to eat them once they're eaten. All right, one more up there, and then we're going with the white one. I'm going to turn this boat. Got to fit. That may be a nicer one. That's a good bass. Get over here. That is not a giant, but man, on this light rod, that thing, oh, he's barely hooked. Oh, that sucker nailed it. I don't know if you guys saw me jerk. I was like, whoa, look at that. That is a pound and a half, almost two. That's probably almost 2. Fish of the day for sure on this trip. I hate it when they're like that. You just got to clamp onto that lower jaw and hang on. Look at that bass. I'm definitely getting a pic of that. This, I don't know, this old streamer. That old streamer definitely was like, funk. Stuck it. Let's go. All right, boys and girls, they are hitting. It's still game on. Let me work this boat back. Well, let's see if it'll jump first. Come on, little dude. You are a jumper. Look at you. Oh, you're magnificent. Come on. Get out there and jump. That's one thing that is not happening today. There are no jumpers, boys and girls. But this bait, let's talk about it real quick in this footage. This is a bait that Charles definitely color, like he was, you know, me and Charles started fishing again. He's like, yeah, this right here. And he tried to tell me, because he was showing me his, and he's like, you can't get these anymore. And I think this maybe a color was originally on a super spot or something. And I'm like, dude, I just saw that like somewhere. And he's like, no, you can't get them no more. I'm like, I'm telling you, I saw it. So I seen it at Bass Pro Shops in a 1/2 ounce Rattletrap. So I went to Bass Pro Shops, bought one. I'm like, showing him like, look, it's right there. And we compared it to his, and it looks the exact same. And I think he done the same thing. I think his super spot he had lost, and he tracked down that color at probably Bass Pro also. But that color, I'm not even sure what the name of it is, but you can't miss it when you look it up. As far as, it's just a Rattletrap 1/2 ounce with that chartreuse side. It's going to have an orange belly, black backed around the eyes, and the eyes are blue. Awesome bait. I definitely love this bait. That's one I lost. That big fish, we got to get back to that place, that big fish that jumped up and you can still hear it in its mouth. That's what bait is in that fish's mouth. Still could be there. I could catch that fish. I'm gonna hit that next week and get my bait back. I can't get that big girl to hit again. All right, let's go. This one, we're on fire. That's what some guys swear by on a square bill, that black chartreuse black back square bill will. But I don't know. It seems like it doesn't translate the same for me on a square bill. But I definitely like a chartreuse Rattletrap. It may just be because I'm fishing smaller square bills higher up in the water column, and chartreuse just works right there. Better. A little lower. Oh man. I think we got a bait that'll work, right? Rattletrap wise anyway. Should I boat flip this? Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you guys, let me explain myself. Who had who? Fish, sorry, that dude, that you didn't have him, he had you, buddy. And that is a fairly new bait. Whee! Okay, I totally spaced it off earlier, talking about high sticking it. So let's just say, and here I'll try to show you, turn this camera up some. So when you're pulling the fish in, high sticking it is if you try to hold your rod straight up and down and lift that fish up. That is high sticked, and trust me, you put too much weight there, any rod will snap, right? You know, it takes a very, 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 very heavy rod to say even a pound of weight when it's what they call high, you know, high sticking it. But if you watch me, I'll pull one up and I may lift it like this the whole way with the weight, you know, basically keeping the rod tip lower than the handle. You should be able to lift a lot more, but then sometimes you got to go back behind your head. You may even have to choke up on the rod, you know, and lift them up, or just reach in and get the line. But when you do this and you're trying to pull them in a boat, because if you watch guys in tournaments, you know, you're like, how are they boat flipping 5-pounders? Well, they're using the momentum, the fish is coming towards them, and they pull, you know, they just kind of pull up. And if you watch a lot of those guys, that's when they snap the rod. They try to keep that fish from hitting the ground or whatever, you know, in their boat, and then that rod will snap. So I don't recommend boat flipping any of those, you know, bigger fish. I don't care how stout a rod you got. But anyway, that's what you, if you want to hear, if you don't understand what the term high sticking means, it means when you're trying to lift something up completely straight up, or even some guys will go even back, and that weight of that fish just snaps your rod. You were high sticking it and broke your rod. Very easy to do in the heat of the moment. You know, you're just like all excited and you're wanting to bend that thing and lifting the fish up, and you can even do it like on a very big fish. The rod's behind you and the fish is technically, you know, it's still in the water. You're just trying to get it up to you. It's a possibility you could snap your rod that way, so you got to be careful, especially BFS, you know, ultralight, light. Oh, we're right in the grass. That cast sucked. And no, I didn't get rid of any in the purge I did. I just didn't have any. I've lost like 2 in the last probably 6 months. There's a fish. Oh, that is a giant. Whoa, 3/4 ounce, baby. Hold still. Come on, I got a feeling. This fish, oh, come off. Ah! Feeling is not good. That's actually good for this video. That was way just too, that, you know, I would just want to try it. 3/4 ounce on a light BFS rod, no go. It's a no go. It's a no go, dog. But that was awesome. That may be the same fish. I lost I'd call it about 4 pounds. Lost one right up there. Just lost that one on due to too light of a rod for the hook set, right for the hook. Jeez. It's still a good day. Father's Day special. Come on, Dad. Let's go. I'm gonna put this game on. You guys, you want to play with Dad? Let's do it. Daddy's Home Edition. Let's go. You thought this was a red eye shed? No, it's not. It's a Booyah. In your face. I just missed a big one. Come on. Let's see and show them why. Show them why we use 13 fishing with the Zillion, right? Just an all-around excellent rod for these 1/2 ounce, 3/4 ounce, you know, any of your regular stuff. I feel this is good for chatterbaits. This bait right here. Got a fish. That is not the giant we were just missed. But now we may be game on. We got a color that's working. The chartreuse one works too, but I've always liked this one and the Toledo Gold. Like usually one of the two. Hold them tight. You do not, I do not want this hook buried in me today, boy. You better listen to Dad. Get out there. All right. No more Mr. Nice Dad, right? I don't know, something else. Or, got a fish. Oh! Or just keep going. Just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I haven't lost one yet with this one. But I'm sure the feeling could handle it. Look, I just talked about the high sticking thing. So we're on them, boys and girls. Catching bass. Oh, I did not grab a good. Get out of there. Let's go. Okay, hopefully you can kind of, let me recap what's going on so far. We kind of started out trying to do a little like Rattletrap, chatterbait together, but I've already hit this area with the chatterbait, and it seems like those fish that will hit a chatterbait, they're just done, right? So we've switched to Rattletraps and the 1/2 ounce chartreuse Rattletrap. True Rattletrap's working. I do also have that color. That's a Rattletrap. This color, this used to be one of the only, like, this is pretty much what I threw if I wanted to throw a Rattletrap, right? Awesome. That is one of the old, I think that isn't the original one I bought, but it's like I bought 1 or 2, and then this one is from one of the original bunches, like years old. That thing has gone through a lot, caught a bunch of fish. But then you know, the craze, everybody got into the Excaliburs, right? Excalibur came out, was a higher end, I want to say, you guys can quote me if I'm wrong, I want to say they were part of, was it Quantum or Zebco or something? But they had the Excaliburs. I'm pretty sure Bill Dance was attached to it. I don't remember 100%, but so the Excalibur baits came out and they were a craze, but then like they went away, right? And you couldn't get them anymore, and so they're still on eBay selling them high dollar. And I still argue with people that Booyah Hardknockers came along and they're the exact same bait. But for me, I feel they're better. I had a few years back, I don't even know how I'd come across Toledo Gold as being a color to use. I probably just picked it up. Probably got a deal on an Excalibur, and it just happened to be in that color, you know, because I have a few others. That's Excalibur, and I believe that's a regular one, and I think this is Excalibur in, yeah, a 1 knock. And this, is that Excalibur too? Yeah, and that's a 1 knocker. And I think that's an Excalibur in one I had custom painted, 1 knock. Anyway, I had several I'd picked up, you know, hearing about how, and they are good baits, don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with the Excalibur baits. But lost my Toledo Gold color, tracked it down. I was like, okay, where do you get those? Can't get them anymore. Okay, well, I got to find it. And so then I started checking just the color, you know, it was Toledo Gold. So I started looking who made a Toledo Gold. Well, I'm pretty sure that is Rattletrap's version of Toledo Gold. And I don't know, I just don't throw it enough, but I've tracked down the Booyahs. It looked identical. I'm like, okay, I want those. So I ordered a couple 1/2 ounce ones, I think off Tackle Warehouse. Well, before then I called Rogers. He had, oh, I can't remember the kid's name. He was a young kid at the time, a few years back, working there. Cody, I think. Cody up at Rogers, like, I've got it in a 3/4 ounce. I was like, oh, dude, that sucks. Like, I don't want a 3/4 ounce. They did, you know, no, that's too big. You know me, right? I'm all about finesse fishing. I mean, I'll throw the Rattletraps and the 1/2 ounces. I kind of power finesse. Anyway, long story longer, I went up to Rogers, bought that one just so I could have that color to fish, because in the meantime, before I'd done that, I went to, you know, I thought, man, the color isn't 100%. I went up to Bass Pro Shops and I picked up a 1/4, a 1/2, and a 3/4 ounce red eye shad in the closest color they have to Toledo Gold, which is like a red and chartreuse. I don't know, not this color, but the red eye shad Strike King. Proceeded to go out that weekend fishing, and it just sucked. Bite was nowhere near what it was with the 1/2 ounce Booyah Hardknocker, or 1/2 ounce Excalibur. So I ran up to Rogers, so that next weekend I would for sure have the Toledo Gold, at least the true, you know, that exact color, because that, in my mind at that time, that exact lighter yellow bellied with the red side is what would work. Proceeded to go on a tear that lasted the whole rest of the season. I think the highlight of it was, you could go back and look, me and Charles, first time I went down fishing with Charles in that strip pit, and I think Olivia was with us, and I was trying to do an outro, and I threw that thing up there, and I proceeded to catch 10 or 15 bass just during the outro, talking, and me and Charles was going nuts. Now since then, it hasn't been near as good, but, and I'll be honest, I almost never threw these two, the 2 1/2 ounce ones came, they just sat here. When I'm throwing Toledo Gold, I usually throw 3/4 ounce, but today, and that's a long story, even longer. Today, the main point was I want to throw these. And I'm going to show you, I think there's a little bit of color discrepancy. And I think the reason these aren't near what this one is and what the other ones were, see how this is more yellow? you know, people knock AliExpress baits, and I knock them too. Sometimes their paint just sucks, right? But some of our companies here locally, and I'm not sure where Booyah's originally made, you know, what's going on with those, but if you're putting a bait out and you're calling it a color, it should be consistent throughout, right? So you got to go through store and through packages and all that, right? Trying to find those colors. And I feel if that was more yellow, I would have better luck. See how that is? Sometimes they just don't want that 3/4 though. You know, they do want a smaller bait. But right now, I'm gonna try this bait, and that's what that whole story was about. Just because I'm gonna try this on the filling, because I tried a 3/4 ounce and we lost a big bass on the filling. So I may try that on the 13 fishing, but right now I'm gonna try 1/2 ounce. And yes, to make it even longer, here are these smaller baits that I picked up from AliExpress. Now they're only $1.20. The goal is to look for an AliExpress bait in roughly a 1/2 ounce that just steals the show, right? Only spend a couple dollars on it instead of $7. So anyway, yeah, me and my videos, me and my stories, trust me guys. Whew, oh my goodness. Let's go. All that talking, will I even catch a fish with this bait? Let's see and let's go. Yeah, these little bands, you can get them in the dollar stores. They're for like women or anybody with long hair, I guess. I shouldn't exclude men. Like little hair tie things. I don't have hair for it, but yeah, awesome to keep your trebles lined up. So let's see if all that talking about this thing, in fact, I think it might need a little more yellow on the belly, but just see what it can do and see if the filling can redeem itself. Because if you guys know me, I love to be hooked on a filling, right? Oh, that felt like a bump. Woo. Oh, come on. Don't make me go Three Stooges up in the hair. Sorry, boys and girls. All that talk about that bait and I didn't catch nothing. Let's try an AliExpress bait. All that talk about that Toledo Gold Booyah Hardknocker for nothing, right? Had it, tried it on the filling rod, couldn't get a hit. Let's talk about this now. So I've got the chartreuse one that was on this, now on the filling, but this is another AliExpress bait, right? So actually, let me sit down and show you. So I took the Booyah Hardknocker back off. So this is kind of an intensified version of Toledo Gold, right? That is definitely gold and red. So that's kind of why one of the reasons I picked that color to try. And especially in this kind of water. And since this seems to be one of our luckier rods, or just the fact we had the chartreuse bait on it, I figure I'll try it on this rod. So kind of putting two things together here. Hopefully this bait catches as a fish. But these AliExpress baits, if you guys want to get them, I'll put the link somewhere, but they're only $1.20 a piece, and they're like a 1/4 ounce. I'm gonna look for the 1/2 ounce versions that come close, but so far they seem pretty good. They feel pretty good rattle. Hooks seem good right off the bat. You know, none of the hooks are going to be the greatest. You can't expect perfect hooks. They seem to work though. They're definitely not ones I switch out right off the bat like I did the Proberos, the little $2 square bills. But I may eventually switch them. But this color should work, and the rod that I would recommend throwing these on would be any of your light rods. Yeah, you saw me, I got the chartreuse one still on the Rainy Stream, which is called an ultralight, but it is a good ultralight. It's got kind of the right stuff, right? But for day in, day out, you want to get these little things, or you're looking for different baits to throw with your light BFS rod, I would definitely recommend these little Rattletraps. I hate saying lipless crank, I just call them Rattletraps. I've always known them as Rattletraps. I cast with my right, switch and reel with my right, because I've always done it that way, and it works and it feels good. And what feels right is to call all of these baits, no matter what brand, Rattletraps. Getting hot, it's 9:30, but right over here there was definitely a little bit of a game on with Rattletraps. So I'm going to try this color Let's see if I can pull. That just was a definite bump. See if I can pull one more fish out of this little spot. Right here at the boat. Oh, yes. Ah, they're little though. Little rattle traps, little bass, 3/4 ounce rattle traps, big bass, right? They have actually kind of been like that today. That dude needs a microwave. Look at him. Wear yourself out, little dude. It's like run your kids down to the playground right before bedtime. Look, get it out. Get it all out of your system. Throwing those mac and cheese back in the microwave just to make sure they're totally done. So you don't hook yourself, right? Actually, so they don't hook you or you hook yourself. So what do you guys think? Do I need a pick of this? No. If I catch a bigger fish on this, I will. I slowed down, turn that trolling motor back down. I'm gonna hit this spot again. There just seems to be some action right here. We're out in only like 3.5, 4 foot of water. There just still seems to be a little bit of fish catching action going on. One other good thing about a lipless crank that I call rattle traps now, there's no lip, so you can splash them off and not break your lip off, right? Splash off the gunk off the hooks, that kind of thing. Awesome, right? Let's see if they catch a fish though. Come on now. Come on, it's Father's Day, let's do it. Give me a fish. Father's Day edition, let's do it. Come on. Talk to me, goose. Got one. Oh, look at that little deal. Oh boy. Get out there and jump for him. Oh yeah. Okay, so this color. Now, remember what I said? Oh, that's a hard pull. The streamer light, that may have been the max on wanting to boat flip a bass. Nice chunk. I will get a quick pick of this and then we're gonna go game on. We got to pick. What are the odds of getting one stinking jumper for this show? Come on. Come on. Oh yes, jumped right over the rods. Woo! We're on fire. Father's Day edition, Deadpool edition here at Bass and Bonsai. It is game on. Let's do it. Can't stop the rooster. You cannot stop the rooster or these AliExpress baits. This bait I definitely, for $1.20, I have as a winner. We have caught fish on 2 different colors. That blackback chartreuse and this color for sure. Now I bought one with flames. You know, now the other 2 colors should do good in clear water, and I bought a red one with the black stripe kind of deal that they just look cool. And I only spent like, I think I bought 6 of them for $8, something like that. There's another fish. Oh boy, he's giant. Oh, he's a gigantic fish. He's a gigantic fish. Oh, I horsed him. That was my bad. I think that one, honestly, that was on me. I think if I would have just eased up on that fish, I would have easily got him to the boat. So yeah, I haven't fished these long, but I can recommend these baits for the money. And although you've seen, you know, you might get away on your ultralight rods, they should do better with, I guess, for me would be my light rods or anything basically with 10 pound, where I've got the drag set. Like I don't think that one I horsed, but oh, there's another one. But I feel you're not gonna, that looked almost like a striped bass there for a second. You know, the hooks are big enough, you're not gonna yank the hooks out. If you tried throwing this on, say, and I probably could, but that on like a true medium heavy, anything like over 10 pound, 12, 14 pound, you're probably chance of just yanking the hooks right out of their mouth. kind of deal, so I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not saying you can't. This thing right here feels perfect on it. Cast it, look like awesome casting it so far, other than that crazy when I tried to horse. Oh, there was a bump. Once I feel, I have the weight of the fish, it's pretty much you're gonna get it. Those hooks are in them, other than that skiing dude. So yeah, we didn't even make it to where I'm trying to get to the other side and just kind of hit it, even though it's not real windy over there. It may be a bad decision, but I figure I'll try it. And then I may end up leaving here today not even hitting the shallow side. All because chatterbaits were on this morning and these rattle traps are on right now. All right, one more cast and we're going to the other side. I just want to hit this area. There's a fish. Okay, there's a good one. Where's he going? He's coming right at me. Still coming at me. Still coming right, just swimming. Oh, now he finally realized he was caught. Oh, he's barely hooked too. That fish literally was just swimming right at me, kind of coming along with the weight, I guess, is what was pulling him. So yeah, 100% yeah. Oh dude, how are you hooked? And I do recommend this color. This color seems to be a good color. That color seems to be legit for that darker, murky, whoa, water. Let me show you the water clarity. Whee! Jumpers galore. Let me get down here and show you, so you guys can tell what kind of water I'm fishing in. See that bait? Hopefully you can make that out. I've only got, that color might, 1.5 to 2 foot is all I can see it in. Okay, we're making a final push for that other bank. So you guys know me. Sometimes I just gotta stop and smell the soft plastics. Right here, there's some cover, wood, different stuff, and it's calm. So I'm just kind of eased up here. I'm just gonna throw this worm around a bit because I rigged it up. Finally, we finally have a backup. It's back home. The shaky head with the zinkers on it, on the Tatula with the lingle, right? That just feels like home. Sounds like home, doesn't it? Yeah. So I got this as our backup, 1/8 ounce shaky head. But we're gonna work down that bank real quick to the dam. Hopefully the wind stays. Kind of finish off our rattle trap video. But that is a new bank we have not hit yet, so I may throw those chatterbaits too. So I'll take time while I'm trying this, probably won't catch nothing. Now's the time. I know I usually put it at the end of videos, but if you like this video, hit the like button. If you aren't subscribed to Bass Bonsai, yeah, hit the subscribe button. Click on the little bell, let you know as soon as I put a video out, almost daily. When I really get to fishing and I have time to do the editing, there's almost a video out every day. Or you never know when a live stream I may just decide to jump on. I use my phone for that and tell you guys about something that I heard about. Oh, there's a hit. There's a fish. Oh boy. So anyway, like, subscribe, share. That's the big thing now. What I really need, other than to give this bass a big old kiss, but it's a male. We ain't kiss no male. Is I need you guys to share Bass and Bonsai with your friends. We are growing, but in all honesty, I don't know. And it's not just me. I mean, if it was just Charlie here saying, hey, I make awesome videos, but I get a lot of subscribers, you guys, commenting, hey, when you're new to the channel, man, this channel's awesome, this and that, and like it's, your views and doesn't really show like how good, well, share. That's one of the issues. I'm horrible with like advertising, pushing the channel basically, other than right here, what I'm doing right now. And you probably hardly ever see me doing this, or maybe I do it too much. But that's one of the issues, right? So help me out. This video right here, any video, actually go your favorite Bass and Bonsai video, put it on your Facebook, Instagram, whatever that you have. If you all actually have a place where you have a lot of, you know, friends, viewers, that kind of thing on your whatever it may be, share it with them. Help me out, right? Bass and Bonsai. We're coming to a honey hole near you, but right now we're going right over here and we're going to try to catch some more fish. And that bait never fails to work. The only downside to this is you have to slow down over perfect examples today into 2 different videos, chatterbaits and rattle traps. You can cover more water and catch more fish, typically doing that if there's a bite on. Now, if I wouldn't have been catching fish, you would already see me slow down to be fishing with something like this, soft plastic. But luckily the bite's been on today, and I just took a little time out to stop and smell the soft plastic, right? And it works. That's our backup bait. But we're going over here right now, and it's game on. So, as you're sharing the channel, buckle up again. We're going largemouth bass fishing. I'm not going to call it catching, because then I will ruin it for myself, right? Jinx. Let's not have a jinx today. We're doing good. So we're already up here. I'm just going to let us. Right there at the boat. Right at the boat. Look out, you little dude. Get in here. All right, it's almost time to put a showstopper together, but not yet. Whoa! Did you see that? I did not have him. And I hesitated because that hook sometimes gets right where you need to grab. And yes, I've accidentally grabbed too quick, too not paying attention, and hooked myself doing that. Almost time for a showstopper. That's a delayed weave. So this bait's definitely working. I should probably just stick with this. Let's try to catch a showstopper and put an end to this rattle trap video. It's been a good one. But all good things must come to an end, right? Yeah, because it's going to get hot. Look, I'm already, oh boy. Yeah. Showstopper time. All right. Ooh, I always get excited when it's showstopper time. Let's try to catch a giant for a showstopper. That would be awesome. Let's try to see if we can catch a big giant on this dude. That would be a good way to put a showstopper. Big giant bass on our Lure Star streamer. Corrado BFS. Make the real test happy. He likes when Shimano's do good. Right? Let's just throw this in there in case we catch one, or if we don't, I can always just say it again later. I feel the Zillion, best Daiwa reel probably ever made. Zillion 1000. Corrado BFS, which technically the Scorpion because it was made before the Corrado. Scorpion BFS XG, probably the best Shimano reel ever made, in my opinion. And I don't even have one. I need to get one. I think it's even better, just a touch, than this reel. Just what it does, it works, the palming, it's just awesome. So I only gave 170 for the Corrado. I think the SLX you can track down, XLX, BFS or whatever. Same frame. Not quite the same reel because they cheapened it up a little bit to sell it cheaper. There we go. Oh man, show-stopping action right here, right now. Bass and Bonsai. Oh my goodness. But yeah. So, as I end this show with the showstopper, also let me add this little thing to be watching for. If you're familiar and you follow the channel, if you're a friend of Bass and Bonsai, here's what you're going to be looking for. Get these baits for sure from AliExpress. See ya, dude. But I think it's time going to be for just a rundown, showdown, not a hoedown, talking about what I guess at some point we got to talk about it. My favorite reel of all time, favorite reel of this year, or that kind of deal. And I'm telling you right now, there's only 3 reels in the running. From AliExpress, the Dark Wolf Ultra. From Daiwa, just talked about it, the Zillion 1000. From Shimano, the Corrado BFS XG. I can't put the Aldebarans even there, or the now they're close, but Aldebaran was my favorite until then. I think this beats it out a little. But I can't put the Metaniums there because I'm not fond of the looks. The looks of Metanium keep me from buying one. Should I buy one? Possibly, but I think the Aldebarans are probably better than the Metaniums. and I think this is a touch better than Aldebaran's, so no. So be looking forward to my thoughts on favorite reel, period. Not like Tactical Bassin' and Bass and Bonsai. A bunch of favorites. Favorite all-time reel, favorite right now reel of all of those, right? And I'll talk about some, just like I did now, on why this one beats out, say Shimano, this beats out all the other Shimanos, the Daiwa beats out those, and the AliExpress one beats out all the other AliExpress. Because the lingo should be there, but it's not there. And I'm going to tell you the main reason: you can't really get it anymore. So I got to take the lingo. It's off the market. But anyway, guys, hopefully you like this video. I know I was rambling on about something that has nothing to do with this video. We were on them, right? We're still on them. I'm gonna fish for a little bit longer, but I don't know how much longer, because as soon as I get too hot and you just sweat, look at that, it's beading up already. As soon as it starts dripping, I'm tripping. It's time to go. So Father's Day Deadpool edition, it was game on. 2 different videos. Check them both out, Chatterbait and Rattletrap. Something to do with Father's Day Deadpool in the things. If you're watching, you know, this one, you want to see the other one, close to the same kind of heading. If you have a hard time finding Bass and Bonsai videos, you're like, well, Charlie, what video? You know, everybody's always wanting me to asking about either something in a video, a bait, or way I caught them or something. Usually you can put bass, bonsai, and then what you're wanting, like Rattletrap, Chatterbait, AliExpress baits, you know, Booyah, Hardknocker, under the search in YouTube. And I may not be the first one, because a lot of, you know, the algorithm may put somebody ahead of me that you didn't even put anything in their heading. But scroll down, you will find Bass and Bonsai looking crazy, and you'll see it, right? So anyway, get out, go Bass and Bonsai for yourself. But whatever you guys do, make sure you have fun doing it, because if you're not having fun, you're not having fun. And it's all about having fun, right? Right, sure it is. Yeah, I don't know how much longer I got out here. All right, let's go. All right, boys and girls, I ain't gonna kid. That was not a very good outro. I know, I get long-winded. Can't help it. Can't stop the rock. Can't stop the rooster either. You cannot stop this AliExpress freight train of a bait. All right, we've already put an end to all the shows. Party's over. We should go home. We should pack up before we just really start sweating bad. Go home, get ready, go to the gym tonight, not now, probably like 4ish. I find I have more energy at around 4 o'clock. I tried to work out one time. I think I got up early morning, started working out, it about killed me. I was like, ain't happening. Oh, that was right, I got him. Whoa, Jesus, whoa. Boys and girls, that is our true showstopper. Fish of the day, maybe. Oh my goodness. I try to keep you guys in line. Oh no, he's going out deep. I'm running, I'm backing straight up. You guys can see the bank getting smaller. That fish, just keep the line tight. That's all I can do right now. This is the 10-pound test with the light. Oh, he's coming up. Look at that fish. Look at the power. That fish. Look at that. Just pulling. Oh yes. Do not come off. Oh, it's a giant. It is a giant. Get. Oh! Oh yes. Giant on our. It's the best $8 I ever spent. That bait was only $1.20. You guys catching this? Look at that fish out there. Okay, come on. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Think, nope. Oh yeah, look at that giant. Look at that giant bass. That fish, oh, right there. I'm just holding on. That is a 4. We're gonna weigh him. We got Eugene. Oh, he's barely hooked. Look at him. It's barely hooked. Thanks to Eugene, we're gonna be able to weigh this fish. Woo! That That, boys and girls, I got line all around my head. That is a true showstopper on our little, whew, I should keep those together. That combo, look at that. Look at how he was hooked. Oh my God, that is actually foul hooked outside of the mouth. Look at that, right in the, oh my goodness. He was hooked pretty good though. That is a 4.5, almost 5 pounder, I think. I'm gonna get a pick, we're gonna get a weight. The power of rattle traps and chatterbaits, right? Oh yeah, game on. Okay, thank you, Eugene. We're going to actually get a weight on this fish, and it should be true. Me and Charles kind of checked these yesterday, and this one does weigh up accurately. That fish, I don't believe that. Eugene, is this thing accurate? We're gonna go with it. 3 pounds, 13 ounces. So 14, 16, oh my God. 3 ounces shy of 4 pounds. That may be close to right, but that fish, you guys tell me, that fish, look at how huge that fish is, right? Does that not look like a giant, right? There is, like, almost touching me. That is an awesome bass. Showstopper for sure. Hopefully you guys liked the video, right? All right, let's see if it'll jump. Hang on, I'm gonna get you guys like this. All right, girl, this is a female, I'm pretty sure. Mwah. Give you a girl kiss. Get out there. It's like a kitty cat, right? You gotta talk to it. Now, what would be awesome on Father's Day, if you would jump for me, right? Come on. We all want, come on. She's still right there. Look at her. You guys see that fish? Just swam off. Whew. All right, get out, whatever you're doing. Make sure you have fun doing it. We're gone for sure this time, right? Hands are wet, I'd pound it. No, we're gonna pound it anyway.